What God cannot do does not exist. I'd like to give this testimony to the glory of God. My name is Errol. I'm speaking from the United Kingdom, London. My testimony is about the middle of August. I've been having problems with my van, this van I'm sitting in at the moment. And what has happened is that every time I tried to put the gear lever in, all of a sudden it went strange on me. It wouldn't go in, gears wouldn't go in place. And it was very difficult for me to get it in. I had to wrestle with it. But eventually I would, get it into gear and I'll be able to drive the van. Well, as time went on, I thought maybe the problem would clear, but it didn't. It got worse. And so I decided to make an appointment with the mechanics for the 22nd of November. That was a Tuesday. And the significance about the Tuesday is that that was the day where Pastor Jerry, you were dealing with the subject of, "Oh Lord, help me," and you and the crew. So I booked it for the 22nd. So I began to take the vehicle on the morning to the mechanics. It's about a mile from where I live. As I'm driving my vehicle, I'm having problems. It got worse. Because the idea was I would warm up my vehicle for about 15 minutes and hopefully it'd be easier to get it into gear, but it didn't do it properly. I had to really struggle to get it into gears to drive it a mile up to the mechanics. So I'm driving along the mile road to the mechanics, and Pastor Jerry, something began to happen. It just got worse and worse. And as I'm driving, I'm playing NSPPD on my phone next to me. As I'm playing and I'm struggling to get this vehicle to operate properly, so I can just get it to the mechanics, they can fix it and that'll be it. Pastor Jerry, I sensed as I was driving, it was like you were sitting next to the window. There's two seats next to me, and you were sitting next to the window, and I felt like the Lord was sitting in between both of us. And as we were driving, you said something. I wrote it down. In your prayer, you said, "Oh Lord, deliver me from every battle I did not prepare for. Oh Lord, every battle that suddenly came to terminate, to stop my journey. Oh Lord, by your help, I decree I am delivered." Pastor Jerry, when you said those words, it lit up. It's almost, I sensed as if I wasn't alone in the vehicle. And anyway, as I drove up, I got to the crossroads where we had to do a left turn to get to the mechanics. So I did the left turn. Pastor Jerry, as I turned left on this road, something strange happened. The gear lever went into first gear easily, second gear, third gear, very smoothly as I drove over the bridge and got to the mechanics. But I'm thinking in my mind, oh, it's because it's warmed up enough now. It's okay. It's working. But the problem would still be there. That's what I'm thinking. So I left the mechanics and gave them the key to the van and went home. When I got home, Pastor Jerry, the next day, Pastor Jerry, a job like that's supposed to take you days. You're supposed to order parts and whatever. The next day, they actually called me and told me I could come and pick up my van. I said, "What?" Okay. I went down there. They said, "We didn't want to tell you this on the phone, but when you left, about an hour later, we went to the van, started up, drove it up the road. Gears went in easily, nothing, no problem." So because you said it might get be a problem overnight, like the next day when the engine is cold, you might have problems getting into gear. So we decided to leave it till the next day. And we went this morning, started it up, went okay. It drove up the road, first, second, third, no problem at all. Pastor Jerry, it sounds like a lie. I've told these guys something was wrong with the vehicle, took it to them, nothing. Had the worst problems driving it up the road to get it to the mechanics that I've ever had. And then they're telling me the next day, no problem. Pastor Jerry, I sit here today and I say, that was a miracle of God. God intervened. The Lord stepped in and he did something in that engine on the gear lever. I want to show you something, Pastor Jerry. If you can see this, look. That's the gear lever. That's the gear lever. And look, first gear, second, third, fourth. It goes into all the gears easily. Pastor Jerry, the vehicle would not have done that a few months ago. But I want to give the glory and the praise to the Lord. And I thank God to be able to give this testimony, because the amount of problems I've had trying to get this testimony over to you guys. But it's done. Hopefully it's done. So to God be the glory. And the Lord bless you, Pastor Jerry. Keep doing what you're doing. And the crew and all those who are with you, backing you, helping you, sharing the love of God with the people of God. The Lord be praised. For indeed what God cannot do does not exist. Amen.